So now we chopped everything, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff I use to make my sofrito. It looks very like a lot of work, but it's not. Here we have white onions and we have red onions. Now the red onions will give a nice color of the sofrito, and it makes it look like a little orangey. I cut like about 5 big giant onions and about like 3 big red onions. Number one ingredient for us, we put every food we make, this goes on it, onions. And the number 2 is peppers. Now, as you can see, I have red and yellow pepper. We usually use green, but I have a lot of greens here, so I decided not to use green pepper. The red pepper will give like a nice orangey red touch, so it doesn't look like so greenish. Then we're gonna go to our next item. This is what we call cilantro. In Dominican Republic, we call it recaito. We used to pick it up from the floor. Like my mom used to send me out, go get some recaito, and we used to go get it. This is really delicious and smelly. So we add that in sofrito. And then we have this little peppers. I think they are called Mexican pepper. They are not hot peppers. They are sweet peppers. You can eat them like that. They're really good. And they have like a little tiny seeds inside. So when you're cutting it, you can leave some of the seeds so it goes on the sofrito, and then you can see it. This is very delicious too. Then we have the onions, the green long onions. I don't know the name of that, but they are the long flavored onion, and you chop it in pieces and you add that. One ingredient that I do add that many people don't do is basil. I love basil. This is like number 1 ingredient for me. I like it on all my meat and all my fish, even my rice, okay? And number 1 is garlic. But if you see the garlic, it's not that nasty powder or that, you know, processed bottle garlic. This is real peeled garlic. So I peeled them all, and we're gonna add that. Then we have my favorite thing, wine. I usually put red wine, but I didn't have any, so I'm gonna use Moscato, which is one of my favorite wines too. This is oranges, but they are not regular orange. They are like the bitter, nasty, hard oranges, which she makes this here. We call it naranja agria. Naranja agria has the orange flavor without the sweetness, so your food doesn't taste sweet. It's very good for meat, especially beef and fish. And also we use lemon and lime. I got it in these little containers because I didn't want to chop it anymore, and I was tired of chopping. So here's the lime. I'm going to use some of that, of each. And then we have the black pepper. That's very important to give like a nice spicy flavor. And then we have apple cider vinegar. That's amazing because it kills all the germs. I already, by the way, washed all these ingredients with white vinegar to kill any bacteria, any germs that is on it, any little bugs, you know, is herbs and stuff. Then we have a great ingredient. It calls oregano. Now, the reason why it's written by hand is because this oregano comes from the Dominican Republic. My mother visits me like once a year, and she has to bring me a big bag of oregano because if you can see, there's not even a lot in there, but that is enough to make 3 times all this sofrito because it's very strong, very powerful, and very good. Now, when you make the sofrito, you can add olive oil on it. I have it in this container because I don't have the bottle, but I usually put olive oil. And also you can add salt if you want to. People don't like to add salt because if they forget that they have salt, the food might be salty if they add more later on. So the salt is something that you don't have to do if you don't want to, and then you add it later on. So this is what I'm going to make. I'm going to take a little chunk of each thing here, each little container, a little bunch, and then I'm going to add a little bit of everything into here. This is going to go in the bullet proof right here. And that's gonna make one small container of sofrito. I gotta say it the right way. And then I'm gonna keep doing that until everything is done. So now I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna show you how to do it, okay? It's very easy. You take a little piece of this, little tiny bit, a little bit of this, put it in the container, a little chunk of this, put it in here, a little chunk of onions, peppers, the green onion, I don't know the name, few leaves of basil, lots of garlic. That's the trick. Lots of garlic. Garlic is like #1 ingredient in this stuff. Then you get naranja agria, which is the same as those 3 oranges that I show you here. You get the black pepper. You add it in there a lot because it's like you making sofrito for more than, you know, one meal. It's not just like for one meal. You're gonna have this and save it. Lots of lime, see, and lemon, and then you add olive oil. Olive oil. I want to cough. That's how good it is. And don't forget to add the cider vinegar. That will protect it from getting bacteria and stuff. And oregano. Oregano is my favorite one. See, it's very, 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 very strong because it's very powerful. Then, if you like I say, you can add some salt. I don't like to add it, but I'm gonna add it because I have already sofrito made. So this is gonna be blend in the blender. Oh wait, the most important thing, I usually finish the whole bottle by the time I'm done with this because it's so good. Now this is the magic of my Spanish food. Okay, we put this in the blender and I'm coming back. Okay, so now here is everything I said that I was gonna add. Make sure that it's tight because we don't want any mess. And then remember, I add all that stuff there in here, and then and here it is. Here's the delicious sofrito. Now, when you cook, this one is a little watery because it has a lot of stuff. Usually, I said for 2 people, I would add 2 tablespoons of this on meat, on beef for 2 people. For 4 people, I would add like 4 tablespoons of this because it's liquid. Now, this I will put it in this big jar and it's going to the fridge. And then this will last me a while. As you can see, it's gonna get a little thicker. Now, like I say, you can add 2-3 tablespoons of it to the rice, to the meat, beans. It's delicious with beans. And this will last me like a week because it's just my husband and I and my son. So, and we don't do a lot of cooking with a lot of stuff. So with this ingredient here, you don't need nothing in your meat. Everything's already set. So if you are interested on buying it from me, this jar will cost you $12 completely till filled up to the top. If you like to learn it, just follow my instruction or just call me and I can send you the recipe. Okay, thank you. Bye.